Hello everybody, Washu here, and welcome to a Washu Talks video on Nyakori's Rabbit Doll, a Chinese horror RPG maker game with lots of deaths, lots of cute girls, and lots of similarly named characters. So here's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to recap the story real quick, and by real quick I mean take as long as it takes. Then I'm going to go over what I liked and what I didn't like, totally my opinions. Feel free to tell me yours. To hell make sense of things, I'm going to be saying their names over and over again, and they are going to be on screen for quite a bit of the video. It's just because they're so similarly named. The first event of the game chronologically is the outbreak of plague in 1665. A nearby city is totally overrun by it, and they are in need of drastic action. The mayor of the city enacts a method of controlling the plague by eliminating its believed vector, encouraging the culling of stray animals. Yuri, who is walking through the town, happens upon a pure white cat who collapses next to her. The cat is horribly wounded, just barely surviving a culling attempt. Yuri and the cat have a special connection right from the get-go, and they love each other right away. Yuri believes that the cat is going to protect them from the plague and is some sort of angel creature. Yuri nicknames the cat Cutie or My Cutie. Cutie is sentient and extremely intelligent, capable of understanding Yuri's mind. June 1665, well after Yuri and Cutie have bonded, Yuri makes rabbit dolls. These dolls are incomplete, missing their eyes, a step Yuri admits she is incapable of doing right. Yuri says she'll investigate a tailor to make and sew the buttons later that day. The game hints that Yuri is jealous of Yuri's affection for the cat, and that she isn't very nice to it. I hate that white cat, its color, its eyes, its claws are all disgusting. Obviously, I was the first to be by her side. Why does my sister like this weak creature? No, my sister must be deceived by its hypocritical eyes. All these creatures should be killed. A few days later, 8 p.m., June 21st, 1665, Yuri is practicing the piano when her sister Yuri returns from town. Yuri had mistakenly forgotten the dolls at the tailor. The sentient cat, wanting to be kind to Yuri, rushes to pick them up from the tailor for her. Yuri chases after the cat, Yuri chases after Yuri. After picking them up, the townspeople, having another chance to cull the animals, succeed. Yuri witnesses the culling and, using her magic, heals the mortally wounded cat by essentially donating her body. The cat and Yuri merge, but it's the cat's intelligence and soul that survive, whereas Yuri dies. A local physician, pharmacist, healer named Nyakori alone witnesses Yuri's healing magic. Nyakori recognizes this new hybrid being is going to be killed by Yuri, who is yet to arrive to the scene. Nyakori takes the rabbit dolls and adopts the hybrid being as her sister for several decades, but that could be a translation error, naming her Nyaruturu and renaming herself Nyakori. They are in a situation where they both live together and don't. Nyakori has her books and belongings like the rabbit doll there, at the place Nyaruturu stays, but potentially has a different permanent dwelling. Nyaruturu just lives and acts like a cat human without realizing she is a cat soul. So she, speculation here, is kept in the forest away from everyone. It's implied that Nyakori has to live very close, since Nyaruturu is fed and cared and played with Nyakori daily. Because of Kori's adoption, Yuri never found her sister or the cat June 21st, 1665 when they ran away. After some time, she declares her sister Yuri dead and creates a gravestone outside the house. During the time frame, Yuri had been hard at work in her mansion researching and utilizing all kinds of evil magic and rituals to attempt to revive her beloved sister Yuri. This evil magic has caused a lot of evil to remain in the objects and surroundings of the mansion. The mansion isn't fully evil itself, more like tainted or supernaturally aware. Time seems to move at a very different speed there, for example. The little supernatural creatures are capable of recognizing Nyaruturu as the cat of the owner of the mansion. Yuri has gotten results in using a type of mirror magic in a full moon, but has failed every time to keep the results alive. All the attempts are dead on arrival because they lack a soul. All of these attempts have required living sacrifices, as no other methods exist except this. We see in the game, another speculation here, a situation where cats are being killed on one end of a mirror and dead Yoru bodies are piled at the other end. This is kind of subtle, but Yuri was exclusively using white cats as living sacrifices, so it's pretty clear here she has a grudge against cats, with one in particular. Just before the game begins, Nyakori and Nyaru-toru are playing in the forest happily. We see a set of cards, either made by Yuri from a hidden vantage point, or the spirit of the house itself. Nyaru-toru gets tired, presumably, and heads home first. Nyakori stays behind for an unknown reason, perhaps thinking about life, the whole situation, etc. In an unspecified interaction, really wish they would have explained this part, Yuri interacts with Nyakori, copies her visage, and steals her rabbit doll back. It's not clear what happened to real Nyakori during this time frame, but it is clear that Yuri didn't know Nyakori was the thief at picture 4 or she would have killed her. But by picture 5 she does. So, knowing all this, the game is about 3 agendas. Yuri's agenda has just changed moments ago from revival attempts of Yuro using the mirror ceremony to using Nyaru-toru's body to revive her sister. She believes correctly that Yuro's soul is inside Nyaru-toru, but incorrectly thinks that making her remember will revive Yoru. Disguised as Nyakori, see the blue eyes, she is constantly hinting at who wrote that, who was the girl from the dream, etc. Disguised Yuri has the rabbit doll the whole time and is putting Nyaru-toru through the trials and tribulations of the mansion dangerously. Nyaru-toru's agenda is investigating the mansion under false information from disguised Yuri that the rabbit doll was stolen and being held there. The doll was always important to Nyaru-toru. The hybrid being knew the rabbit doll as Nyakori's belonging. The cat soul knew the rabbit doll as her master's possession, and Yoru knew the rabbit doll as her sister's precious present. Nyakori is disguised as the black cat, and their only agenda here is trying to save Nyaru-toru and evade Yuri. It's said in the game that Nyaru-toru can speak to the black cat for a special reason. It's possible they were just meowing at each other and Nyaru-toru didn't notice, since she's a cat soul. Finally is Yoru, who is dormant inside of Nyaru-toru the whole game, who only really wants for her cutie to live. The whole game plays through the mansion, revealing these story elements piece by piece. The true end plays out only when Nyaru-toru realizes she is the cat soul and remembers everything about Yuro. After that happens, Yuro is able to reveal to Yuri that her heart and soul are in Nyaru-toru's hybrid body. Yuri isn't happy about that reality, but allows Nyaru-toru and Nyakori to leave. Okay, so, as you can see, this game has a lot to unpack. Very difficult to keep track of the storyline, but that's fair because your viewpoint is Nyaru-toru, the hybrid being that lost their memories. The only thing that I would have wanted to know better, and it's possible it was just missed in translation or something, is about Kori. How did Kori know that Yuri was going to kill them in the flashback? How did Kori know how to turn into a cat? Why did Kori stay behind in picture 2 and 3? What happened during picture 4? Where does Kori live if not with Nyaru-toru? Where was Kori at the onset of the game, right when the rabbit doll was stolen? How did Kori appear as the black cat at the perfect time in the mansion? Why did Kori steal the dolls at all? Couldn't she just have saved the hybrid being? Did she just want them? So, overall, I really liked the game. Artistically, the game was beautiful. I loved the paint tool Sai aesthetic, with the moe character portraits and cute character designs. They have charming little expressions and idiosyncrasies. The UI was beautiful and well coded. The pixel animations and death animations were really well done. They clearly spent a lot of time and care dialing in the art side of this game. I loved the subtle references to other games like Pocket Mirror, The Witch's House, and Eve in the form of death animations, artwork, and references. Their minigames were fun and well coded. They even coded in a way for you to have the game do it for you if you suck at games. The minigames were a good difficulty level too, right around the it takes a couple tries, but you improve each time. A lot of games don't take the time to do that. The puzzles were simple and straightforward, just a bit of did you read what was just before type of logic puzzles and fetch and place quests, a symmetry puzzle, find the key, etc. Normal RPG Maker stuff. Although the story was difficult to decipher, that could be intentional. I like unpacking convoluted stories, looking for clues, etc. It was an interesting concept having a game with characters who were touched by plague and isolation at a time when it's currently going on in real life. I like how you were rewarded for paying attention. A lot of flashback areas reappeared in the game. 8 p.m. June 1665 was used as a solution. Yuri played the piano and then played it again in her disguise. The gravestone was missing in the flashback. Azaleas were grown in the flashback and then grown as a solution in a puzzle. Disguised Yuri comments about how stealing is wrong and thieves will be punished, etc. What I didn't like were the direct references to other titles. They name-dropped Guartena directly in the dialogue of the game. It wasn't like a hidden gallery thing. Disguised Yuri literally claims the paintings on the wall are made by Guartena. My opinion is that it's not very tasteful to do that without getting permission from the original author, and I know pretty much for sure they didn't approve that. Ebe's game's creator is named Kaori, and they named one of the main protagonists Cory. That's okay, I mean you can't own a name or whatever, but we're pushing on too much reference here. Also, I don't like pointless mystery. They had a version of Nyakori hanging for no reason, she's not dead. They had keys and objects that weren't used but acquired, which led to trying to find a place to use them. The true end didn't have any indication of being on point or not, which means if you missed any small thing, you were locked out and potentially had to replay a huge length of the game. And most importantly, the names were very similar sounding. Yoru, Yuri, Cutie, Toru, Cory. It's very easy to trip them up, particularly in flashbacks, and particularly when them being disguised as one another and renaming one another and having nicknames for one another, and that was very confusing. Just slightly different sounding names. I know they're cute names, but it would have helped, So, again, overall, loved the game, liked it a lot, looking forward to future games by this creator. What did you think about the game? Did I miss anything? Did I get anything wrong? Were there things that you liked about the game? Let me know. That's my take anyway. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.